Man, Cardi B said it, man. This shit is real, man. If Cardi B said it, man, we gotta believe whatever she says, man. How you guys
This
doing?
shit is real. It's real, motherfuckers. We're here. We're remote. We don't want to touch each other. We don't want to feel each other. We don't want to breathe on each other. So we're here, and we're queer. What? Welcome, guys, to the podcast. Today we have a very special guest. We got Johnny Bananas in the house. What's
Johnny
up, John?
Bananas.
Johnny,
Johnny Bananas.
Johnny Tsunami,
Johnny
man.
Tsunami. Sorry, Johnny Tsunami.
Johnny Bananas, I think it's a porn star,
He's
bro.
gonna be saying some crazy shit today, so he wants to kind of remain a little bit anonymous. So don't try to identify him, all right? Don't be that guy. Don't be weird. Don't be weird and try
I'm
to
gonna
identify.
talk about the system.
I'm about to
System.
tag him.
System.
I'm gonna tag him.
I was about to tell him. He's about to like school us in some shit that we never heard before.
Oh,
Thank
great.
you to the friends of the podcast, guys. We appreciate you guys listening every time. We got Corey Harpin, #1 listener. We love you, buddy. I hope you're alive, whatever you are. Bunker down, baby. Evan Baxter,
Texted
man,
me.
the silent killer. He always listens. Bruce from the Big Apple. He listens too. He's bunkered down as well. He's got a cabinet full of alcohol, so he's good to go. We have our sponsors, guys. We have Alpaca Chicken. Alpaca Chicken is now delivering, okay? So if you are in your house in the Raleigh-Durham area and you need some chicken, all right? You know, it's tough time for restaurants, but Alpaca's got you. They got chicken and they got the best chicken. Everybody's wearing gloves. Everybody's
That chicken
sanitized.
good as hell.
Delivery.
That chicken good as hell.
Delivery.
Support your
takeout.
local businesses, guys. This is,
He can get some flan.
you get the
too.
flan too. You get all that shit delivered right to your door.
Bada bing, bada
You
boom.
know, right now is the time where, you know, they've always been there for us. Be there for them. Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
Then we have bluebetsy.com. If you want to buy some shit on eBay, that's where you go. Bluebetsyboutique.com. We have home, Nation Homes. You know, if you want to get that bidet installed, you know what? I've been talking about this bidet for now a long time, and you motherfuckers made fun of me. Guess what?
Your butthole will be
They're
clean
expensive.
after whistle.
Yeah, now you can't even buy toilet
You
paper.
can actually whistle off of it.
The bidets have gone through the roof, by the way. Just so you know. All right. So who's laughing now? Huh? Exactly. Nation Homes. And, and last,
My butthole clean.
And
It's clean.
we got a new sponsor to the podcast, guys. We just picked them up. They called us up last minute. Just gave us a huge amount of money. I couldn't say no. BNTZ Financial. All right. You guys want to invest your money? You want to get in, whatever it is that you want to do. Call them up. Look them up. They're on Google. I don't know exactly how to reach them, but you know,
Google.
just Google it. BNTZ Financial. And on that note, let's get this shit started, motherfuckers.
Let's go.
Think it that.
Trágate. So, dude, that was a good fucking hour and a half of setting up, man. All
Golly.
because of the goddamn coronavirus.
You know, like back in 1994, you used to watch Power Rangers. Well, I asked our good friend over here. I don't know if you guys know, but our good friend over here, Rambier, is like at least 50% Indian, and he couldn't figure out the science of shit.
This motherfucker
So
can't. Nobody
imagine
can.
if this motherfucker can. I mean, I think he's like portioning it for different shit he's got to do, but like, come on, man, you gotta help us out.
Hey man,
This,
these guys are real.
I
man.
know you make some good ass chicken, bro, but come
These
on.
guys are real, man. They're taking computers to another level. They're gamers. They stay on here, man. I mean, look, I need it
Bro.
for certain things. That's it.
this,
Tell me about them gamers, man. I heard Elias is addicted.
yeah, he's got a problem.
Elias.
Elias, we need to talk to you about that shit, bro.
What game
No
were
more
you guys
video-
talking about?
You're playing too many
He
video
only-
games on your phone.
And the thing
Tic-tac-toe.
is,
Yeah.
he says,
Is
he
it
says
Tinder?
Argentina,
Is it
he
Tinder
says
considered a
Argentina
video
number
game?
one.
Is it Tinder considered a video game?
Tinder
Yeah,
is
he's
not. Tinder is real
swipe-
life.
He swipes right a lot. Always swipe right. Your odds are better. No, bro, this has made me appreciate being able to go to somebody's house and have a conversation more than anything, bro. Like right now, people are feeling isolated. We're having to fucking do this like this. This is weird. This is fucking crazy times right now, guys.
This is crazy.
Man, it's
it
crazy
doesn't
because
really sink
everybody,
in.
absolutely everybody complains about their job, about their life, but I bet right now everybody wishes to go back to their normal life, man.
Fuck that shit, bro.
I do like working from home, but I hate this. I hate that we couldn't go to our normal studio, stakeout studio. We got a full setup there, top of the line equipment, top of the line computers, lasers and shit, and we can't even go. We're over here doing this shit over the internet.
All I know is me and Martin have been running some trains on Modern Warfare. That's all I know.
Yeah, it is free.
Sometimes during work hours.
Sometimes,
Sometimes not
sometimes.
during work hours. I mean, I'm not gonna talk about that right now because we on some WebEx, but
Not me, dude. Not this guy. But yo, it's been absolutely crazy, and I feel like a lot of people are not taking it seriously, bro. Like people are going out there. I don't know. I don't know. Is it that contagious? Or should we be freaking out?
Dude, how crazy! How
well,
crazy is that? A week ago from yesterday, last Wednesday, we're at the studio, and everything was, it was on the radar. We're talking about it, we're hearing about it, but it wasn't crazy. As soon as we finished recording that, we noticed how much happened within the last hour, and it
I
was
know.
like Tom Hanks has coronavirus. The NBA has shut down for the rest of the season. When I heard the NBA has shut down, I said, "All right, this is
This is
this is
real.
real," because the NBA is not going to shut down and lose so much, so much. I mean,
that's where I'm with you with that,
I
bro.
said, "Damn."
Like I had to travel to Puerto Rico, bro. Like to a dentist appointment last week, bro. And my wife was like a psychopath about it. She had gloves, she had a mask, and everything. And I didn't think it was serious, bro. But like one thing I know,
Was your
like
mouth smelling that bad?
what? Yeah, bro. Smell like your big old, smell like your unshaved butthole. Nah, anything. But when I traveled over there, bro, like one thing you get to know, bro, like from my cynical point of view, like once the government, once Trump, once business starts cutting down on what makes them money, like let's say the airlines, NBA, or anything like that, I take it a little bit more seriously because they got a conflict of interest. They're trying to do everything they can to make more money
Right.
at every point of the business, and then they take a step back. That gives me a big red flag,
Yeah, it's like normally you like there's a lot of people with conspiracies like yo this is done by the government by the rich people or whatnot, but like this shit doesn't make sense because when it affects the stock market and shit like that, it makes you think like okay this is not really them, this is something else.
But the thing is this: if you're for the airlines, let's say the people who are controlling it have invested interest in the airlines, and the airlines go out. Look, the next day, airlines already asking for the government to bail them out. So who knows? Maybe it's just another influx of money that they're going to receive, free money.
Hello?
And the thing is, they'll be making money after money after money. Like John said, their whole objective is to make money in different sources of revenue. But what happened to all that money? Where's that money at now? They've used it, and the CEOs have put it back in, or whatever they've done with their money. But okay, so then the next day they're already crying to the government to bail them out. I don't think that's fair.
Here's the thing, like I've been following the market for a little while now, and before all this happened, like you'd have a lot of Trump tweets or something with the tariffs, and that was the whole thing. Tariffs. It was the craziest thing in the last 10 years. Things would go up and down, like crazy. There was one guy that right before a Trump tweet, I don't know if he had knowledge of it or not, he made somewhere over $1 billion. So most people think he had knowledge of it. Like
Who made that money?
he had a trader.
Okay.
A trader put some money in futures, the ES futures, which is the S&P 500, and he made over $1 billion right before a Trump tweet, right? So it's been going up and down, but you can tell that every time Trump says, "Oh, we're having problems or something," he's trying to push it up in a certain sense. He's trying to get it higher so he looks good.
Mm-hmm.
And now it just went out of hands. And then when you see his response where he's like, "It's nothing, it's nothing," the way I see it is he's calming the market. Hey, the market is fine, it's fine, it's fine.
Right.
It's going up and down, up and down. And then when he says, "Fuck this shit, we're taking measures," and he admits to it, this guy's been trying to keep this market up so he looks good
I know.
for the past 2 years. So when he admits that something's wrong after going against
some shit is going down,
people that are advising me, for me it's like, holy shit, this guy that's been keeping this shit up.
That's true,
for
bro.
No matter what, like for me it's like a wake up call.
Yeah, fucking Trump got on TV right when it started happening. He was like, "Yo, it's not a big deal, bro. Chill. You guys need to chill.
It's like the flu.
Like
it's
it's fine, man. Like he was telling this story, like hey, some guy came to me and somebody asked him like, should we change any of the measures, or are you saying people shouldn't change what they do? And he was like, look, the other day, this guy Joe, he came to me, he tried to give me a hug, and I was like, are you well? So I went and I washed my hands. All I'm saying is, wash your hands, be
I sucked
careful.
his pinky ring right before.
And
He extended his pinky ring and I sucked it dry.
yeah,
But hey,
and then all of a sudden he's like, it's real, bro. It's real. You're right, dude. People are dying, man. Yo, don't fucking ever go outside. If you guys are listening to this, don't ever fucking go outside again.
Well, bro, my neighbor today, I brought my lawnmower. That shit was like 15 inches high, my grass or weeds or whatever the fuck it was. Bro, and my neighbor was like, I'll be a good helper today. He came by to help me with the fucking filter. Well, that's good to know. It's got a fucking filter on it. And a fucking carburetor or some shit. And he's like up there. I'm like, hey, man, I'm going to go find some more oil in the garage, bro. And he got it started, bro. But, like, he's the type of guy that's like, yo, this shit's nothing. This is the flu. And for me, it's like, I had my mask on, and I was like, no, this is because of the grass, bro. You know, like, but I was like 8 feet away from that motherfucker. I was like, pump it, bro. I think you got to fucking, you hit it twice, and then you hit it with a hammer, bro. You know, like.
Just get out of here. Dude,
this fucking guy was like not protecting my fucking, property rights and not cross over into my territory,
Yo, so yesterday, I've always been like not really against guns, but I don't really give a fuck about guns. Like never really been interested in them or anything like that. And yesterday, I this whole week I've been thinking I need to get a gun. I want to get a shotgun. I want to get something just in case shit goes down, right? Because all these people are gonna be out of the job. What are they gonna do? Whatever. I leave the house. I go get a gun. They're sold out entirely. They're not. They don't have any shotguns. Like period. Like people have been buying everything out. And then I'm thinking,
what about AR, bro?
Well, you can't really get them. I mean, they didn't have anything. This guy tried to sell me a pellet gun. Yeah. He was like, "Yo, buy this 17." Well, he didn't even try to sell it. I was like, "What do you have?" And he's like showing me this like 17 caliber, which I find out is like a tiny bullet. Like it's meant for like killing rabbits and fucking squirrels. Which I guess if somebody's breaking into your house is better than nothing, right? You know. But like,
no.
Yeah, exactly. They'll be all pissed. Elias, why are you hollering, bro?
Hey, Elias, you know what? I think that it sounds really muffled. I think
it sounds like you got a big old dick in your mouth.
I think the mic is too loud, Elias. I think
now
so.
it's good. Right there is
right
good.
There is good. When he talks louder, it's just super muffled.
All right. Sing the Bodyguard song from Whitney Houston to me, and we'll set it right there straight.
Go ahead. Come on, Elias, sing something. Let's hear it.
Right there is good. Right there is good.
That's good, dude. Keep going.
You gotta whisper.
Wow, that was nice, man.
You gotta whisper to me like you're trying to dance tango.
Like you mean it.
I'm fully erect. Go ahead.
My prostate is hard as hell. I don't know what that means. Hey.
That's a good sign. That's a good thing, dude. Bro, I was asking you earlier.
I think makes me healthy. Have you
ever been to a urinal? No, not urinal. Or urinal. Sorry, a urinal. And you piss next to the guy next, and you take a quick glance, and you're like, nice watch, bro. But then you realize like his pressure is like it's hitting the back of the thing so hard, dude. And I'm like, bro, is something wrong with my pressure? Is your pressure that hard?
No, but pressure is not hard. It's not that hard.
I've noticed that.
Why is that?
But I'm worried about it. Like,
what
why
I do
this
to
guy have so
counter
much
that,
pressure?
What I do to counter that is every time I'm at a sports event, I make sure my full pressure is on. And then I fucking foam that shit up. I foam that shit up.
How do you? I can't even. It's not like I'm holding it back, bro. It's like it's just that's all I got.
Hit the edge. If you hit the edge between the water and the fucking ceramic.
No, man. This guy, you're talking about like this guy didn't plan. He didn't think anything about it. He just going full force like a fire hose.
Straight up fucking.
That's what you're thinking, bro.
Like a power wash.
So I'm in the urinal next to you, and I'm fucking thinking about that motherfucker that came last time. It's like a vicious circle, bro.
I'm saying there might be something wrong with my prostate, or there might be something wrong with his prostate.
All I'm saying is I wear out those fucking pucks like crazy, bro. Just because
Yo,
You know,
let me ask you something.
John goes hard even when he pees.
I'm only 4% Congolese, bro.
Hey, so you're saying
I got my 23andMe
you're Congolese?
done. I'm only 4. Well, at first it was 4% Nigerian, and then they switched to Congolese. I don't know who I identify with.
Wow.
So I was happy I was Nigerian, bro. Nigerian, I got a few boys that are Nigerian. Those motherfuckers are smart. They got the highest postgraduate rates of any minority in the United States. So I was like, fuck, I'm 4% Nigerian. And then those motherfuckers switch it up on me, and I'm Congolese. I don't know shit about Congo.
Wait, wait, hold up.
And I'm like 8% fucking Indian.
You
From Taino, from Puerto Rico.
You got your 23andMe done, and you seriously came up 4% Congolese or whatever.
Nigerian at first.
That's crazy, bro.
Can't you tell?
Because you're the whitest looking Puerto Rican I've ever seen in my life.
You should see my dick, bro.
It's wider.
I'm 240 pounds. That shit around 225 at least.
Yo, normally your dick is like a couple of shades darker than you.
That shit giving me that shit. It's a little bit darker. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even playing right now. It is darker.
Everybody says that.
Yeah.
But my family calls it La Mancha.
La Mancha.
Wait. Yeah, but then everybody would have. Now you.
I thought that was only in my family though. Is that everybody?
That's everybody, man.
Hell yeah, bro. Everybody's dick is
real?
darker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah. I think it has to do with the fact that skin is stretchy. That's my theory.
Who was it that said that back in the 2000s? The outside D.
Outside D.
Oh yeah, very wise. Man. You gotta give the man. You gotta give the man the outside. I mean the woman the outside.
All I'm saying is my outside D is Nigerian.
So
I'm not, you know.
You're the whitest Puerto Rican I've ever seen. Johnny Bag of Donuts. What was your incognito name again?
I'm not even Johnny Tsunami.
Johnny Tsunami.
I'm
Why is that so hard to remember?
Well, I'm 90% European. Apparently, I'm like half of that shit is Northern European. So like, I got a bunch of Swedish shit and like fucking German, and then I got a bunch of fucking like the other half is like Spanish and like Mediterranean, and then the rest is just a big old dick.
Nice. 4% big old dick.
So I got 10% big dick.
All right, so for the listeners, we brought John here as a political correspondent. We didn't really introduce his background. After that explanation, he's really, showing you his credentials and what he's capable of.
Right,
but he is an
I'm allowed
expert
to talk about anything.
So he's a financial expert. He's also very well versed in law. And he obviously wants to keep anonymous because he's gonna tell us some shit about the government we don't know. Okay. Can I share that you've been working for the federal government, or is that I can edit that out?
Yeah, that's cool.
You can say that, okay? So what's some shit that's been going down this last year with what's been happening that you think is fucked up? Man, too much.
All right. Well, I'll give a brief overview. All right. So let's not talk about the U.S. government. Let's talk about another government. Let's say Brazil, right? So I was involved in there's this big case, Petrobras. Let's say it's like BP, right? Like the biggest oil company in your country, right? So in that particular case, you would see that they got indicted for fraud. In one particular case, they had a refinery, right? And then this refinery, they charged $1 billion for this refinery, and it had a value of $1 million. So, a lot more. And what they would do is get a cartel of contractors. They would stipulate how much they would charge for that job. So let's say $1 billion. And then they would give 30% to the government. And this led to the impeachment and removal. So they took the president out of Brazil, which was Dilma Rousseff. She was the president of Brazil. And they took her out. And what that did was, I was involved in that case. I saw everything. There was one guy decided to open his mouth and say everything that was going down.
Fucked it up.
And it was called,
what an asshole.
Yeah, it was called the Operação Lava Jato. right? So that means Operation Car Wash, right?
Oh.
Washing car. That's what it was called, right? And it brought down the whole shit. Brazil was number 5 in as a world economy, and it brought that shit down, right? So that shit opened my eyes a lot, to the U.S. government and how they do it. And basically, they do the same thing with, the Department of Defense. It hasn't been audited for the past few years. I don't know if they reinstated that recently, but it's basically a department with, right now close to $800 billion, designated for that, and it's not audited. Imagine having a company that makes $800 billion a year that's not audited. That's way more than Apple. That's way more than the biggest companies in the United States, and it's not audited. So you know how to spend that money.
This is the Department of Defense.
Yeah. So getting into a little bit of Noam Chomsky or Bernification of us, is the military industrial complex and how they distribute that money. You say this year we're gonna distribute $800 billion, almost $1 trillion in defense, and how they set up their cartel of contractors and everything to, let's say, charge 500 million for something that's 100 million, and then they distribute that money.
Mm-hmm.
And that was done with freaking George Bush, his vice president. He was the vice president. His vice president was the president of I forgot the company. But basically they would win all the government contracts, and then they would distribute that money. And that came out, and they switched that up, and they made the movie about it. Blah 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 blah. So you see that everywhere. You see that
Yo,
everywhere,
so
and it's
you're saying there's rich people in government fucking us all over. I don't feel like
well,
that's
basically
what that's
basically this how it works. This how it works. You get the tax money, right? Tax money. So trillions of dollars. You say, how do we spend that so we get a cut? Then they set up these cartels of contractors and say, I'll build this road, I'll give you these guns, I'll send you blah 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 for 100 million. But it really cost them 20 million. Then they distribute that 80 million in between each other.
yeah.
So that's how it's done all day, and that's how corruption in the United States goes.
That's
And
the
you see that
oldest
everywhere
trick.
in the government.
Bernie 2020, baby.
Yeah, and in Latin countries, in Latin countries, they'll say, "Oh, corruption, corruption." The difference between Latin countries and American, and the United States is that in Latin countries they pay you in a fucking bathroom. They'll slide $10 million in a bathroom stall. In the United States, they'll pay your contract company, $10 million, and then you distribute it. It's just a different way of doing it.
Yo, that's my.
And most people are just unaware of it. But whatever, like
There's
what can you do?
there's so much money in that, bro. Seems that it's becoming more and more obvious, right? Like look at what's happening with Bernie, right? Bernie Sanders is probably, and I could be wrong, but he's probably one of the only politicians out there that I feel like wouldn't play ball on that kind of shit, right? He's an old man, kind of crazy, and if somebody came up to him with that kind of shit, he'll be like, "Nah, man, this is fucked up. I'm not doing this," and they know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean, is even the Democrats know that. So what happens is they don't want him up there, even their own Democrats. Because why? Because when it comes to making those deals, like, hey, this shit cost me 5,000, but I'm gonna sell him for 10,000. He's not gonna play ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what are they doing? They want Biden in there instead, because Biden is gonna play
Yeah,
ball.
man, he's got his boys in there. He's got his boys in there.
So it's just so obvious, because I feel like this is not a secret, bro. I think that you talk to anybody and you tell them, like, yeah, the government, there's people in government making a shit ton of money. That's not a secret. I think no one ever would tell you, nah, man, they're out there because they want to help us.
Right.
It's not even like, but somehow this kind of shit, like right now, like Bernie's not gonna make it, dude, and it's because he was almost like actively sabotaged. He was sabotaged last time. They found some emails and shit. It was like they knew for a fact that somebody fucked him up, but then he comes around and then he like backs up. He's too passive or whatever. I'm just saying, man.
Yo, where's WikiLeaks this year, bro? Where's WikiLeaks going on right here with Biden, bro? You got fucking why in the United States, bro, do we have a fucking system where when you're voting for the primaries, you got 5 different candidates, one guy's winning it, and then they're like, oh no, we'll all go and support this other guy. Let's all vote for this other guy. Why isn't the presidential race like that, bro?
I think they're trying to.
You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
they're saying if we don't get all the votes, I mean, I think they're trying to put it down for the greater of the rest of them. They're saying, well, if if we're basically dividing the Democratic vote amongst 5 people, and then none of them is going to get a majority.
Well,
So
at this point, Biden looks like it is, which it doesn't make any fucking sense to me, bro.
I mean, yeah,
And it just it's almost like it seems a little bit rigged. And the biggest explanation is like this guy will play ball with us. He will play ball.
yeah.
And it doesn't matter. And I don't think that Republicans necessarily wanted Trump either because they were afraid he was too volatile. But he made it because he's so fucking good at marketing himself
Bro,
and getting people excited, dude. And for the same reason.
Trump came in, he said he was going to be different, and he gave, what was it, a $1.4 trillion tax cut to the rich, bro. To everybody, bro. So that tells you I'm playing ball.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that tells you I'm giving you money back.
But they didn't like him because they couldn't necessarily get him to control him. He's too volatile. He's going to say whatever the fuck he wants.
Well, bro, when Trump initially came around, I was like, I didn't make any judgments. I was like, I'll give this guy a chance because he's not a fucking politician. You know, but he came out to be just like everybody else, man. He wants tax cuts. He wants Reagan-esque, economics. You know, he wants, giving tax cuts to bring other people up, which is bullshit, bro. Everybody knows that. You know, so.
So where does coronavirus sit with all this? I mean, I'm sure there's going to be conspiracy theories.
Well, I think that's why we were saying earlier. I think this is real, bro, because this is not benefiting anybody that I can tell. And then even when Trump was trying to lie to us and say it wasn't a big deal, all of a sudden it became a big deal. That's a huge red flag, bro. This is real. This
like
is
he's
actually
trying to sweep it under the rug, and then
because for him to be reelected, the stock market being high was a huge thing because he had that under his belt. Like, look at the stock market. How many times did people tell you that shit? Well, look at the economy. Look what he's done for the economy without knowing shit because people don't know shit. They don't know why the economy is high, but they'll be like, yo, look at the economy. Bro, you smoking inside your fucking house?
Yeah.
What the? That's gangster.
I'm gonna put it out.
Get that para la mujer.
Your wife is gonna come in and beat your ass, yo.
I know, bro.
That's fucking gangster sound.
I just put some water on it.
But anyways, so yeah, for him, the economy being high was fucking a huge thing, right? So
it was all about the stock market, bro.
So yeah, so the stock market and then started going down. So he thinks I need to do something for the stock market. He probably doesn't even know because this motherfucker doesn't ask. He doesn't fucking ask questions. So he gets on TV saying the coronavirus is not a big deal. Chill. And it was so transparent, bro. It was like, to me, it's like obvious, right? And I don't understand like people that support him like blindly why they don't see this. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And he just goes on TV and says, "Yo, chill. This is nothing. Don't worry about it. Just wash your hands, basically." Then, a week or two after that, he's like, all of a sudden, it's real. He's got like the president of Walmart up there, president of McDonald's, fucking Walgreens. Did you guys see that? What the fuck was that about? It was like a fucking commercial up there.
Here's what go ahead, remember.
No, I did not see that, actually. I was going to tell you. I did not see that.
Yeah, dude, he had did you see that, John?
No, I don't follow. I don't fucking.
No, it was like a state of address, and he had like, "We're here, we're committed, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna help you guys out." And here I got the president of Walmart, and then the president of Walmart is like, "We're gonna help out." And then here I got the president of Walgreens here. It's like, okay, we're gonna help out. And then he kept on going on the list of these people, but then he was like admitting it was bad. Like he's almost like trying to like make it seem like it's gonna be okay, but like now it's real. But it is real.
They told you you're gonna work from home for another 10 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was another thing that I was like, all right, hold on, this is gonna affect our local businesses when people at your job are told to work from home for the next 2 weeks. around that time. When was that? Last Thursday? Last Wednesday?
No, they told us that today. Last Wednesday they said it was gonna be 2 weeks.
Right, last Wednesday, right?
Last Wednesday they thought it was 2 weeks, and all of a
Okay.
sudden it's like, all of a sudden they said, yo, we're gonna follow CDC guidelines,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be close to 8 to 10 weeks. And bro, I can't work from home long term like that because my nuts are hurting because I jack off 3 to 4 times a day, and I have the flexibility to do so.
Yeah, that can't be good, man.
Somebody needs to think about. They're not thinking of us, the Americans, or green card holders when they make these decisions.
No, they're definitely
Am I
not.
right?
Yo,
Johnson?
this shit. Here's what I see, bro.
Elias,
No,
This is gonna go on
Elias,
for
I
like
think
six
yo,
months, bro.
Elias's internet is so shit. I think we lost him hours ago. Elias, you there?
Let me tell you my personal story about the coronavirus, bro.
All right, let's hear it.
So, my parents, around 16 days ago, decided to take a cruise before this shit, you know, went live, went really haywire. Everybody advised them not to. I advised them not to. My cousins went to Spain, thinking it wouldn't spread. Next thing you know, man, there's 19 people on this cruise ship contaminated with the coronavirus. There's some bitch flying over from Italy to take this fucking cruise, got everybody infected. It's Costa Luminosa. It's a fucking cruise, right? 19 people, one person already died, man. My parents are fucking, over 70 years old, you know? My dad's a doctor. He should know better. You get pneumonia when you're 70 something, you probably die. So I told them before this, shit is being underplayed. China's not reporting the actual fucking numbers. These motherfuckers are building fake cities in the middle of fucking nowhere to boost their GDP. You think they're gonna fucking report the actual number of deaths when they could bring down their GDP? Not, Next thing you know, right now they've been quarantined, for like 8 days. They're on a plane right now, as we're speaking, from Marseille to Atlanta. Wearing masks, hoping they don't get contaminated. But they're just gonna let them out in Atlanta. They're just gonna let them out wherever they end up going to take a taxi. My cousins came from Spain, where that shit was locked down. They came to the United States. All they asked them were, "Do you have a fever?" They didn't take temperatures. They didn't take anything. So all these motherfuckers that don't trust in the government. I work for the government. All these motherfuckers that don't trust for the government. Where are you at right now? Joe Rogan, the motherfucker's got a fucking Land Cruiser. I bought a Land Cruiser too, just to be fucking safe under this shit. I've been preparing for this shit. I got fucking 2,000 rounds of ammo.
God damn.
I'm ready for this shit. This motherfucker's taking podcasts all the fucking time, and I love Joe Rogan. Don't get me wrong, but taking podcasts, taking all this shit, bro.
All right, guys. So we had some technical difficulties, and we might have gotten abruptly cut off.
We're back on.
But we're back on, super hard on. What?
So, John, you were saying the Spanish flu.
Oh yeah, Spanish flu. Well, right now in Italy, I think they're getting like 7% mortality rate. In Asia, in China they were getting like 4%. It was in line with the coronavirus, and something really important to look at is the reproduction factor of this. Is the R naught, it's called. So it's I think for the common flu, it's like less than 1%, maybe 1%. For this, I think 1.3. For this is like over 2.3. So that basically tells you how much it spreads. So if you got over 2, that's that's squared. So you got one person that's 2 to 4, et cetera, how it spreads. And then you got, that's similar to the Spanish flu. And then you got similar mortality rate. So that back then it was 500 million people infected, 17 to 100 million deaths. So this could get similar levels. Some people cite medical advancements as a reason why it won't spread. Yo, the only thing that really matters when the shit goes down is social distancing, you know? So, or a vaccine, and a vaccine, you know, you can't get it overnight. So we can see similar numbers, man. And these people that are saying, hey, I'm fucking 23, like,
23 and
I'm,
me.
I
Yo,
gotta see,
go get
I gotta,
fucking pneumonia and see what happens, bro.
yeah, get a fucking
Like,
pneumonia, you know,
so
like
here,
anything could happen to you, you know? And what
here's
about your
another.
fucking parents?
Right. Here's the other thing, bro. In China, most of the people were old or people who smoke, right? That didn't make it.
Yeah,
People who smoke
according
were
to what they reported, yeah.
right, and those motherfuckers didn't report it all. But check it out. This guy was saying like, you know how many people we have in this country? One thing they didn't have in China is diabetes and obesity. How are those motherfuckers gonna get it and survive?
Sure.
This is
Listen,
the
you
thing, bro.
chubbies out there,
Most
get your shit
motherfuckers
together.
in this country think they're healthy, bro.
They're not.
Like, you're not fucking healthy, man. You know, I worked out all my fucking life, and I could point to 2 or 3 factors that make me not optimally healthy. You know,
Hmm.
like, everybody's got something, man. And you don't
Right.
know if maybe it's not you, but your fucking wife, man, your fucking kids, somebody, not your cousin. It's not about you, man. I don't care if I die. If I die, who the fuck gives a fuck? What about your wife, man? What if you got to live the rest of your life without your wife because you made a bad decision, or your fucking cousin, or your grandparents, or you took 10 years off their life, you know? But people aren't rational, you know what I'm saying?
And the crazy part is the whole uncertainty, right? Like nobody knows how long. I know, like at least we our two boys are in school, so they're done. They don't have school for the rest of the month, and then they just sent something else out saying that they're not going to be in school all of April. So it's like, damn, dude. Like at least with us, we're fortunate enough that we have flexibility with work. That we try to be home with our kids. You know, that's we try to make it a priority to, especially like Laura, to be home with her kids. But now, I mean, I can't imagine people who are out of work and now they have to be with their kids at home, and maybe they're not mentally prepared to be there, and they got 2, 3, 4 kids, and now they got to homeschool these kids involuntarily for an indefinite amount of time.
Well, you don't even. Do you know that that's a huge problem with the health industry, right? So like something like 40% of nurses have kids.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're gonna have a huge percentage of the population. Even if you are not gonna die, a lot of these people are gonna need respirators, or they're gonna need some sort of something, right? Go to the hospital. So we're taking measures like social distancing to get people out of school. So now who the fuck is going to take care of this nurse's kids? They're gonna be
Mm-hmm.
home. So dude, like I think you're gonna get most likely we're gonna get sick. It's just like let's not all get sick at once.
Right at the same time.
And
Here,
then really worry about people with high risk, right? But that's the other thing is like who's high risk when we don't know when we're healthy or not? Because in this country, like you said, a lot of us aren't healthy and we think we are. That's a problem.
I mean, I got it on good information right now that, you know, state employees of Florida are they received an email recently. There was like at least 2 or 3 people infected with this, and they still went to work. Their response was, if you're coming to work, you know you're sick, we're gonna take action against you, blah blah blah, blah, take your sick leave. Man, some people may not have sick leave. Some people can't afford it. Some people, you know, are trying to save their sick leave for other times. You know, like, you're forcing people to take an action that's against their best interest, such as taking sick leave. Maybe they think they need it in the future, maybe whatever, contaminating everybody, still showing up to work. And there's these Florida state employees are still being made to go to work. You know, so it's just a matter of time, man. You go, let's say you get exposed to this, you're getting your family exposed to this. You're getting all this. This is worse than like the cigarette industry. You know, like,
Mm-hmm.
you're intentionally making people go to work, do certain things when other sectors of society have decided it's not important enough. You know, go to work and get sick, get their whole family sick. You know, and
The thing is, if the thing is, what at what point do you just shut down the whole country?
for me, this is my response. If I was a dictator right now, I'd be doing 2 things. I'd be beheading motherfuckers in the left lane going 50 miles per hour. And the second thing would be I'd put the whole fucking country down on quarantine 30 days, close all the borders, get everybody over it, and you're done. 30 days later, you're done.
The problem is,
but
30 days afterwards, you're gonna be right where you are right now. You don't have a vaccine, and once you can't let everybody go out again because it's gonna be all you did was delayed it 30 days.
yeah, if it's piecemeal, like let's say I quarantine myself 14 days.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that matter if my neighbor just started his quarantine? Fucking 7 days ago, we meet up in the middle, we get infected. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got to do it at the same time. Make sure you don't got shit, and then make sure nothing gets in. But if it's like I did quarantine for 21 days, I made sure I don't have anything, then I fucking go hang out with my fucking neighbor down the street. The guy got something, then that quarantine was worth nothing.
Right,
Like
right. Yeah.
So it's like limiting other countries from coming in, and at the same time making sure you don't got shit, which is gonna be hard.
What's gonna be hard if you don't have the test. There's no test kits
Yeah,
to know.
there's no test.
So
Well, that's the biggest thing because people don't show symptoms, and when they're closing borders, they're not really closing borders for everyone. If you're a citizen, you can come in and out still.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
I
I'm
think
telling you, bro.
if you have symptoms, I think then they quarantine, right?
Yeah, but it's pointless because you can be contagious for 14 days
Bro,
before.
I'm telling you, like the people that I know, like my cousins went to Spain. That shit was shut down, got exposed to I don't know what. They came through customs. They asked them, "Do you have a fever?" Oh, you don't, go through. They had to call a taxi to get home. Like that's fucked up. You're getting that taxi worker. Who does he contaminate? My parents are coming from a cruise ship to have at least 19 people contaminated with it. One died, right as of right now, and they're boarding a plane to go to Atlanta. Like, come
Wow.
on, like you. That's the thing. People think the government's like gonna fucking like be. How are you gonna contain 100,000 people coming into Atlanta airport? And check all of them. You can't. You can't do it. You got to let them through. So how are you gonna contain this shit? You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no thermometers
Like
in the
people say,
airport.
guns. I gotta have guns. I gotta fucking do this. I gotta have fucking this. Like, how do you trust the government to fucking take care of an epidemic like this? There's not gonna be a way, man. There's not gonna be a way. This is gonna go
Elias,
on for at least 6 more months, man.
I think they
so,
said like
hold up,
This is
hold up,
48.
everybody. We can hear Elias, but he is not in the recording, FYI. So people are not hearing what he's saying. Sorry.
Okay.
So explain what Leah said.
Elias, I don't know, what did you say?
So
There,
Leah says,
there's not a solution.
is there a solution to this? All right, here's my point of view. I mean, I'll go if you want. I can if you want. I can go first, and then Martina and Rambir can share their point of view. But my
Fuck
point
that
of view,
structure shit. No structure.
my point of view is that you're not going to be able to contain it, and it's going to reach down to everybody. People are going to build immunities, and then it's going to be based on immunities, and then once you're immune to it, then it dies down. That's my point of view.
Yeah, the biggest thing is we can't contain it. People are going to get sick. We are not prepared for everyone to get sick at the same time.
Exactly.
That's it. Simple as that. Fucking get sick one at a time. You know what I was thinking it'd be crazy, bro, is if like they were like actually getting people sick on purpose, like in waves, if that would help. Like, yo, let's get like this 5 people sick. Well, the problem is that the symptoms are so different, dude. There was this doctor from Spain crying, dude, like on the internet, and if the internet is real, but he was crying, saying like on the news in Spain, talking about like you need to stop going out. There's people coming here with their fucking lungs all fucked up, looking like a liver that is on the way out from cirrhosis. And you guys are not taking this seriously. We don't have the people. We don't have the equipment. And he started crying and shit, dude. And we don't see that.
Here's what were we talking about, bro?
The coronavirus.
No, but what particular point?
Oh, that what was the fix? we're gonna fix it or how we're gonna fix it. Like if there's a fix, and I was saying that there's not enough equipment that people need to get sick like a little bit. Like there's no way we're gonna stop people from getting sick, but we can just minimize the amount of people that get sick at once.
Oh, you want to know something that I found out recently, bro?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so apparently this virus comes from bats, right?
Right.
And bats, why do bats have so many fucking viruses, right? So bats, apparently, a mammal's not supposed to be able to fly and be exposed to like different changes in temperature and all this shit, right? So bats in particular, like when they fly, they could reach very high temperatures, like bodily temperatures. And when you reach very high bodily temperatures, you have changes to your DNA. So bats in particular have built these responses to changes in their DNA.
You mean
So,
like
for
cold,
example,
like cold temperatures or
hot,
hot? Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So in particular, their DNA might get very hot that causes problems in your DNA. You can develop cancer. Well, bats have developed a response to these issues, right? So viruses are just a strand of RNA or DNA that gets stuck to your cell and they make them produce more viruses, right? So bats, have these very high developed senses of like attacking these alterations to their DNA, the cells are DNA, and they're also very sociable. So you might have a fruit bat with a vampire bat, blah 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 blah, mixed together. So they're more exposed to this, but they're usually pretty good. So these fucking viruses might be exposed to fucking 110 degrees, 120 degrees, which is the only thing that survives in these bats because these bats have these fucking abilities to kill this shit. They're exposed to very high temperatures that kill these viruses, and they still survive. So when you get a fucking virus from a bat, that motherfucker's been through war, bro. That motherfucker's been through fucking extreme temperatures, these fucking shit attacking them, and it survived. And that's why these viruses, when they get exposed to a pig, a bat attacks a pig, then you eat the pig, or it attacks a human, blah 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 blah, they eat the fucking bat. Then these fucking viruses are hardcore, bro, because they survived in a fucking bat, and us, that our fucking fever gets to 104 degrees, it's nothing for these fucking viruses. You know what I'm saying? Like, these fucking viruses are exposed to fucking bats, like, with all these fucking defenses and temperatures, defenses. So, so you get a fever. This fucking fever doesn't do shit to this coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? These people saying that this coronavirus in the warm temperature doesn't fucking survive don't know what a fucking bat is that is exposed to 110 degrees when it's fine. So that's why it's more hardcore for us, and you got you got people in China, with these fucking wet markets.
I saw
with
that
fucking
video.
bats. Yeah.
It was
Yo,
bad,
I'm
man.
gonna
That
say
was
some.
bad.
I'm gonna say some straight up racist shit right now. Okay. But why the fuck are these Chinese people eating all this fucking bullshit, man? What is the deal with that?
Bro,
Like they want to eat like fucking bats, and they want to eat like they have like
Cats
this
and
wet
dogs.
markets have like it's like a fucking zoo in there. They have everything on top of each other.
Bro, the last 3 pandemics killing over 1 million people have come from fucking China. The fucking Spanish flu came from when they brought fucking Chinese workers to Canada, bro. So, like, all this shit comes from China, bro. These motherfuckers eating crazy shit.
Somebody gotta tell them, yo, stop eating fucking bats.
They
For
got
crying
a
out
billion,
loud.
they got a
Like,
billion fucking people. They're trying to feed them fucking meat. They're trying to eat next door neighbor's fucking coyote. And then you got fucking these problems, bro.
But no, but I
So-
feel like this is not even because of a matter of not enough protein. It's just a matter of like they want to eat some crazy shit, dude. Right? Because you don't go out of your way. Like you can probably raise chickens easier than you go fucking get a fucking bat.
Apparently, this is like a rich people shit now.
Oh yeah, so if you're rich, you eat bats. Like that's like a that's like
If-
a flex. Like yo, check it out, bro. I got that new bat, son.
If you're rich, you wanna suck on some back dick. You know what I'm saying? Get some
my
fucking
God,
Batman
bro.
powers.
Yeah, but those wet markets didn't look like you got high,
Yeah, they don't look like that's where the rich people go.
Rich people go to shop.
Well, I mean, can you imagine how hard it is to fucking raise bats for consumption?
I don't think they're raising them. I think they
just catch him in the wild, huh?
Bro,
I'm
like,
assuming
why you gotta eat
nets.
all this crazy shit? And then I had one of my boys write me on Facebook. That's why I fucking on a hiatus from Facebook. One of the reasons
Oh,
he's
let's
like,
hear this. This is
"Oh,
gonna be
so
good.
do you eat chicken? Do you eat chick? Do you eat pig?" Because I put that video of the fucking wet market over there. Do you
Yeah.
eat pig? And I'm like, actually, you got a good point because pigs are actually very fucking smart, and that's the reason why I try not to eat some, like pig that much because they're smarter than my dog. And then if I don't eat my dog, then I try to eat something else, and like maybe I have to go for fucking vegan or something. But yeah, you got a point there that they're smart, so I don't eat pig. But like at the end of the day, that's not the point. The point is that you can eat meat. Let's say you raise it in a farm. Let's say you raise bats individually in a farm, vaccinated, in a fucking like warehouse where
Controlled
nothing can get
environment.
in. Then okay, eat all the fucking bats you want, bro. But what we're saying is that the way you've been eating fucking bats, bro, has been getting half the world sick. Brought down the Dow Jones, the worst,
Oh
since
my god.
1987. Motherfucker, quit eating fucking bat, bro. It's not that good. It's not that good. I can get you some fucking pack of chicken
Chicken, there you
that'll
go.
make you fucking never want to eat bat again, bro.
Never. Keep it
No,
at
yeah,
chicken.
So,
the whole thing is that it's because they're mixing them together, right? Yeah, the whole thing with like raising animals and keeping them in cages is fucked up already. But when you're getting wild animals and keeping them in cages and shitting all over each other, and that's the problem, bro.
they
It's too
probably got
much,
some
bro.
hybrids over there, bro. Some
Oh yeah.
fucking bat, fucking
Why
pig
can they?
hybrid.
Yeah, how many times does this have to happen before the Chinese government is like, "Yo, we can't do this anymore"? Like,
I don't think
raise
the
Well,
Chinese,
bats.
I don't think the Chinese government's just gonna change that.
So
yeah,
for your listeners,
it could.
the listeners, Elias just said something, but you didn't hear anything but silence for a bit. He says the virus did not come from that; it's a conspiracy. It actually
That's
came
what they
from.
want you to think. It could be
They
something
want you to
else.
think that, but it actually came from the
He
Chinese.
said he said the Argentinians made this shit up.
Yeah. The reason you cannot hear Elias on the recording is because he has a cock in his mouth. It's a
That's very
thing.
big. It's
It's a
definitely
technology
not
problem.
Indian. It's definitely not Nicaraguan. It's full
Um,
Puerto
it
Rican.
happens. It happens. So his thing, Elias, why do you have the fucking slowest internet in the world? This should be a wake up call. It is slow.
It's not slow, man. It's just yours really fast.
He said, for the listeners who are not hearing him, he said it was fast.
Um,
I,
and you know what I feel like? You know what I feel like? It's kind of like
It could.
9/11, right? 9/11. Everybody like we got everything's going on, and like when people are panicking, people aren't really thinking rationally sometimes, and they're just whatever they feed you is kind of what you're gonna take. I'm just gonna take it. And then later on, they started coming up with the conspiracy theories and how
Here,
twin towers were man-made. The bombing the place, and then that there's an excuse to go
what's
and
that
get
funny, dude? You're
and get
saying,
oil.
because
You
of
know,
course the Twin Towers are man-made.
no
no,
fucker,
the
the bombs.
fabrication, dude.
Okay.
The
No,
whole
dude, they're
bombing, man.
natural. They're natural. They're
Those
rock,
Yeah,
dude.
motherfuckers straight come from the
local,
ground,
organic,
bro.
non-GMO.
Perfect
So I feel like that's what's
opportunity.
going on right now. With like Elias says, like that's what they want you to think. They want you to think that all right, just Chinese virus, these wet markets, it's coming from
Here's the
bats,
thing.
but
But
Here's the
nobody,
again,
thing,
dude,
bro.
who
it
really
would.
knows?
Elias is talking. Hold on. Give me 5 minutes.
Mhm. Mm. Mm. Mm.
Yeah.
So, what's really where it's really coming from?
For him.
The big picture.
Yeah. 13. Synthesize that shit. So the viewers.
No fucking way, dude. Elias,
But
try to
Bryce said
make
he's
it
All right,
pro-
all right,
shorter
all
next
right,
time.
I'll do it. All right, so Martin, Elias thinks that
Oh, sin. Oh yeah.
so this is a way for the people in control to bring down the fucking market, bring down everything to get more power, buy more property, and become even stronger. While we all think that that is
it.
not true. Yeah, yeah, that's a valid argument.
I mean, if enough, but the only thing that doesn't make sense is like it hurts the world economy, and it kills. Well, the part that kills people. It doesn't hurt the world economy. It hurts the worker. Yeah, like the Uber rich are probably the
Uh,
yeah, the Uber
Yeah,
rich is not
that's
gonna get
true. That's
affected
true.
by this.
Dude, it's true.
Yeah,
If,
what?
if anything, Elias is saying, do you think Trump is struggling right now? Do you think the owners of
But
Walmart are struggling right now? But you know what? If anything, the owners of Walmart right now are making money. They just
that's
got
true,
like
bro.
a fucking Christmas season for the next couple of months. Like,
Here's the
and
thing.
I mean, and if you have ownership in Walmart or some grocery stores like that, or major grocery stores like that, and you have um, financial interest in airlines, they're going to get money from the government
Yeah,
to get
everybody's
bailed
getting
out.
money except us.
I, I think they got a
How many
couple of
Yeah,
trillions
phases.
of dollars got
that's
injected to the economy just to survive in this moment? Is what Elias just
this is
said.
the thing, bro. 2008 set a precedent. You know, in 1929, blah 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 blah, 1934, when the fucking depression came through, everything got fucked up, and they decided, hey, we gotta help the working class people. We're gonna fucking pass Glass Steagall. We're gonna pass uh the Securities Act. We're gonna pass all these laws to help normal people. Bro, 2008, they found out how they could fucking stick their fucking thumb in your ass, and you wouldn't mind, bro. So they kept doing this shit over and over again, and now we're reaching another point where I agree with Elias. It might be another fucking reason to fucking see how far they can push the envelope and
But
see
this is
how much you think.
the only reason this would make sense to what he's saying, which it could be now is making sense, is if it's Chinese fabricated, not American fabricated, right? So like we talked about how like some things are done in this country to help um the United States, and this one seems to, yeah, we had like that transformation from Trump where he went from like it's not a big deal to it is a big deal. So
Mm.
that's like one to tell that makes it seem real, but it could be real. It could be fake coming from China and not the United States. Does that make sense?
Uh,
Yeah.
Elias is talking. Elias said he's a prophet. He knows exactly what's going to happen. 3 months from now, we're going to look back. Not a lot of people are going to die, so it's going to hurt some families. I'm trying to say it so it's not a huge part of silence, because otherwise there's huge cuts of
yeah,
silence
that's good. That's
in
good.
the recording. Uh, People are the market is going to go down and people lose their job, and then it's going to forget about it. Some people are
Yo,
gonna die. It's gonna happen, and then someone's gonna get really fucking rich out of this
here's the thing, bro. You get 10 points on fucking like
conspiracy.
the ESP, the fucking S&P 500. You get 10 points on that. You get enough contracts in that shit. You can make a lot of money, bro. If you guaranteed that fucking amount, you can make a lot of fucking money, bro. So Trump was
On the
manipulating
stock market.
S&P 500. Trump was manipulating that before in the trade wars. I don't know if China's like this is their fucking like response or whatever. But like bro, like let's talk about here. Let's talk about bro, like if you make $90,000, who here thinks that's enough for a family of two with like maybe kids? 90,000. No, but let's say you
Well,
didn't
for
buy
the
your
average
fucking
American,
house, bro.
if you have a house and you have
You're paying a
2
mortgage.
cars and you have a mortgage and all that stuff, house on the mortgage 90,000 would be decently even, but it wouldn't be like.
Elias said it depends. 50,000 enough. It just depends on how you spend it, which I agree. What
A lot of people are living off of 45. and
Bro,
50.
but not everybody's living in fucking Raleigh, North Carolina, bro.
But let's say you get a $350,000 house and your mortgage is $2,000 a month. That's $24,000 a year. You still got another 66 to live off of after you pay your
You're
mortgage.
talking about net, bro. You're talking about net.
Yeah, net.
I'm talking about gross. I'm talking about net, bro. I'm not talking about gross.
Okay. So you're getting taxed.
Let's say you get 90 and you get back 60.
Okay.
So what's that? 5,000 a month, right?
Yeah.
You spend 2,000 to
A month,
2,500.
left over.
Let's say 2,500 on a fucking $300,000 house. Let's say 2,500. So that's 2,500, right? You spend 400, 500 on healthcare, right? So you got 3,000 there. You spend what? 800 on food.
That's
So let's say
200 a week. Okay.
So you what? You're at 2,500, 800. You got 3,300 right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you spend retirement another 5%. I don't know if it's enough, bro.
I mean, it all depends on what kind of lifestyle you live and whatnot. But I mean, the reality is there are a lot of people.
Bro, cars, a lot of five. Let's say $300 each car. You got yourself a fucking Toyota. $300 each. $100. So 800 more a month.
That's what Elias is saying. If you got
you're not saving that much.
If you got what kind of lifestyle you live, right? So.
But the point is that we're getting paid, and I think that the system is set up for you to make enough just to get by. Like there's not going to be a whole lot of benefit from people. Like, for example, if this was a fabricated thing, right? If we all had like a shit ton of money saved, nobody would be hurting and doing crazy shit and buying all the toilet paper and fucking shit like that. There is a benefit for the system to be set up in a way in which you like are not saving a lot of money.
Congress wouldn't have to pass 2 weeks paid sick leave so you could survive if shit was all right.
Right. So like
Congress, the bill that they passed for 2 weeks paid sick leave, that you should get that money to stay 2 weeks in your house to get over the shit. They wouldn't have to pass this shit if everybody was doing all right, man. You wouldn't have a system of like over $2 trillion of credit card debt in this fucking country, bro.
We looked it up last week. It was 78%. 8 out of 10 people are living paycheck to paycheck.
So you could look at it two ways. You could be like, oh, these people are not good enough and they're not really spending their money correctly, right? Which is valid, right? But there's a lot of advertising, we live in a very consumer focused society. And again, I don't think it's necessarily anybody's fault. Like if you want to have a life, if you want to have a wife, if you want to have, you want to have some sort of like social status, you're gonna be in the short end of that. You could say like, oh, these people are just not managing their money correctly,
no.
or the shit is set up so that you don't have a lot of money.
Bro, here's the thing. When I was making a lot of money, you didn't even have to think about money. You just fucking spend it, and you saved a few thousand each month.
Right.
Whenever I wasn't making a lot of money, you didn't even have to think about money. You were getting fucked no matter what the fuck you were doing. So So it's kind of like both ends, bro. Like I don't think you're gonna keep spending what you spend. You may cut back on going to restaurants, going to the club, going to blah 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 blah. But there's not that much you can cut off, bro. You gotta spend what you gotta spend on living and cars. That's it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's set up for that. I mean, people. I mean, you could be smart enough, and like, if you know all this information, you could try to be smart enough not to get yourself. Oh, excuse me, in a lot of
A lot of that.
unnecessary shit, you know.
Well,
But
that's
it's
what we were
hard,
talking about
man.
last week, Dave Ramsey, and how like there is no personal financial classes like that. That in even in middle school and high school, I mean, in college,
Fuck,
there's
I hate that dude, bro.
but
You
look,
hate them.
there's
The
I hate
fuck.
that fucking guy, bro.
what's that,
Give
Elias?
yourself a raise. Give yourself a raise, he said.
Oh yeah, that's right, that's right. Yeah, that's his
I
saying.
mean, it is. It's. It's, yeah, your dildo budget is out of control, John.
Yeah, you
We
gotta
got you here
control
to
that,
talk.
man. Tame the
Why's it
beast.
gotta be about me, man? These fucking Kama
Nah.
Sutra motherfuckers over here in Rambir, they made
Hey
up that
man,
shit.
you can't be buying dildos left and right, John. Come on, man. Live on
Yo,
a
I
budget.
know
Live
you
within
only
a
fifty
budget,
percent.
man. It's your
I know
baby
you
steps.
only 50% Indian,
It's your
bro, but
baby
you can't be
steps.
investing 100% on those fucking Kama Sutra
It's baby
dildos, bro.
steps, man.
Yo,
Rage and Kama Sutra dildos. That's all you spend it on.
real talk.
Sasikaji.
How much is a
Sasikaji.
dildo? Real talk. How much is a dildo? Like, for real, I don't even know. It's gotta be at least $100, right?
I think it's like fucking $10, bro. That shit's made out of silicone.
It's
Seriously,
latex, and
man.
it's like
$100
If
is
somebody.
not, let's
pretty high
start.
for a
Hey,
dildo.
if not, let's start a fucking company between us because we can
Yo,
undercut those motherfuckers.
$100 inside for a dildo. I don't know, guys. Hey, guys, that's about an hour. Let's do some closing thoughts. On the coronavirus. What's
Look,
gonna
man,
happen?
closing thoughts. I think that from 1 week to last week, we were talking about Dave Ramsey, and all of a sudden, the NBA got shut down 1 week ago. As of yesterday, 1 week before from yesterday, and this shit is moving so quick, and all of a sudden, at least in North Carolina, I think nationwide, right? All public schools are closed
Oh yeah.
nationwide.
Well,
Dude.
a lot of them are. I think nationwide. I want to say. I don't
Nationwide,
know.
all public schools are closed. People are working remotely from home. Next step is probably going to be shelter in place and bunker down. Dude, I think it's going to
Away
be.
from each other.
I think it's going to be next couple of months. I think there's going to be a lot of mental illness.
You can buy a gun. You
I think-
can't buy food.
I mean, I think grocery stores and pharmacies going to stay open, man. But I think there's
Think
going to be a lot of. I was going to say I think there's going to be a lot of mental illness, man. I think some people are going to be hurting real bad, and hopefully, I think the government's definitely going to step in. They have to. That's the only way there's not going to be a freaking civil revolution.
Yeah, I think you're right, man. That was part of the reason I wanted to buy a gun because I feel like all these people in the service industry out of work already, with closing restaurants and bars, is scary to me because I used to work in the restaurant business and I know I did not have enough money for a few weeks, if anything. We used to get paid every day. What happens when there's no food and no income is desperation. That's when people
Give
resource
us the
for
booty.
shit. Right. So like I don't want to get raped, or do I? Uh, what I what I don't want to do is freak out, but I also don't want to take this lightly. And if I have any message for you guys, Elias, you need to shut the fuck up, bro. It doesn't work. For real. God damn it. Uh, uh,
This fucking
what
Pablo
I'm saying is
Escobar
somewhere in
motherfucker.
between. You get no closing thoughts, Elias, until you get internet that is faster than 2 gigabytes upload. Uh, see, I lost my thread. Thank you, Elias.
2
Now everybody's
gigabytes,
gonna
that'd
be
be a
fucking
lot, bro.
just kidding. No, so
So what? Is it
You're
supposed
not
to be
trying to
my
panic,
turn?
man, but you're trying to be safe.
I'm not trying to panic, but you're trying to be safe. It's somewhere in between. Somewhere in between.
Right.
That's my closing thought. Somebody
So
wants to
it's my turn.
translate.
It's my turn.
Oh yeah, your turn. Go ahead.
Well, I believe in times like these, it's more important than any other time to be safe. You know, you got to wear a condom. You can't pull out. You gotta Imagine you fucking have a baby. You got to go to the hospital. Most of those motherfuckers respirators, motherfuckers. So
Yeah.
nah, but being real, long dick status, No problems. No, just kidding. No,
Yeah, this guy, man.
You can't stop. You
Nah,
can't
nah, nah.
stop.
What
No,
can you
no,
do?
no.
What can you do? I guess we're fucked. My prediction is, probably I think we're fucked for the next 6 months, man. And I hope shit gets real because I want this shit to be stable. But I think unless we all quarantine and don't let any other motherfucker in this country, it's gonna be the next 6 months. And if not, then it's gonna be whoever builds up immunities to this shit and has a long dick, outside dick, outside dick game.
The outside D, you'd be good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you love that
He's
shit, don't you?
so
Mira,
stupid.
mira cómo se pone.
He's laughing.
This guy's been talking about dick all night.
He loves
This
that
guy.
shit. He loves that shit. He loves that shit.
Elias,
Oh man,
closing thoughts.
Elias.
Somebody repeat it, please.
Broke the rubber, busted another in your mother's. How you feel?
What is that?
I don't know what your situation going
I
through.
don't
Stay
know, whatever
positive.
situation you go through, stay positive.
Fucking drunk bitch. Don't listen to him, Elias. He's drunk.
I'm fucking translating his shit.
What else, Elias? Oh, we lost him again.
Because they
Leah.
won't hear him, right?
So yeah, we had some technical difficulties with his. We're doing this remote podcast that if you leave, you can't come back, and he left, and that's where we lost him in about 30
Multiple
minutes
times.
in.
Multiple times.
So I believe, John, there's lights coming on and off in your bag. I hope there's not a ghost. That whole way it was on and off, and I'm scared for you.
I'm scared.
But
That's that shit I set up during this coronavirus. Some fucking random lights turning off and on. So people always know there's motherfuckers in this house. But it freaks me out half the time.
all right, guys. On
All right,
that
man.
note, we appreciate you guys listening. We're up to 1,000 downloads, and we appreciate you guys downloading, even though it's probably downloaded in your pocket without you knowing about it. But we love you. Bye bye.
Absolutely.